Okay, is it hot out? I know, it feels like summer. Here are the cabinets that we're looking for hardware for. Siri did me dirty.
Where's the train?
Look how cool these lamps are. Tell me I don't need this. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. I can pretty much safely say that I am over being sick. That is marvelous. I'm very excited. I have a lot of energy and I'm kind of like ready to do lots of things. So I am getting ready today. I feel like we've somewhat wasted the last week because Romeo was only here for a week and he's going to an event and then he's coming back. So we are gonna drive him into the city to the airport for his flight. And I wanna make some pit stops. Since we're gonna be in the city, I have some things that I wanna look for. I wanna go to that Pickers Paradise place. If you guys remember, I've gone a couple of times and I got some of the door hardware there. And it's like literally a whole bunch of stuff. It's like a treasure trove. You kind of have to dig to find some things, but most of it is pretty organized. I got some windows there. I got our windows. We needed matching windows. I found actually a lot of good salvage stuff there. Right when you walk in, there's like a hardware section where I got the doorknobs, and I want to see if they have any antique brass, vintage, salvaged handles for the bookshelves in the living room. That's the only place that I can think of besides like finding them like I did before. I found a bag of them in an estate sale, which is a little bit unheard of, but I'm glad I did. And those are all going to be used in the kitchen. And the only other place I've ever found them is at flea markets. We are going to the flea market on Friday, my mom and I, which is really exciting. I'm really excited to go. I need plenty of hardware anyways. So if we find some, great. I'll look again at the flea market and pick which ones we like best. That would be great if we find two sets. I need 6 total because we have 6 cabinet doors. And I'm gonna do my curtain bangs. They look crazy like this. I also want to run to HomeGoods. I don't know what I did wrong, but it looks a little weird. What is wrong with my hair, you guys? It did not work. Whatever. Okay, is it hot out? I know, it feels like summer. It's super weird. So we're also gonna go to HomeGoods because I really loved those pillows that I found that were on the couch and the bed in LA. And I wanna get some. We need pillows here. We don't really have any like to decorate with, or I just have 2 in the living room. So I wanted to see if they have some and look for some lamps for my mom. Here are the cabinets that we're looking for hardware for. So I'm thinking like a 1 or a bar or something pretty for 6 cabinets, for 3 on that side and 3 on that side. Oh, that never gets any easier. I just want to be more settled instead of traveling so much or being more apart. I think we got used to being back together for like an extended period of time because it was the holiday season and he was here a lot more, and then we were obviously getting the new house and stuff, so we just got used to it. Anyways, shaking it off, we are going to Pickers Paradise now. I started to get scared because I've never been to this area before. I was like by train tracks and I was like, what, Siri did me dirty. Like, I'm like, I don't know where she took me, but I don't know where I am. They moved. And I asked her, I was like, did you guys move? And I was like, how did you move all your stuff? But we're here, we have made it. We're gonna look, I don't know where anything is anymore because obviously I was looking at the other one, but we need handles. Things are starting to look familiar. This is where I got all of these kind of things. But I have all we need. You know when you first walked into the other location, you had all of those, like the hardware, like the little knobs and pulls. Would they be somewhere?
They will be on the road.
On that
Yes.
chute? Okay, I'll go around this way. Okay, she said that it would be over here, but I did not see anything. These are ones that have like an attachment. You know, they have like usually like a loop or something. These are more for like dressers. That's not for. She's so delicate. This isn't solid. It's pretty finial. I found these. They actually might work, but they're kind of like pewtery. You just paint them. Hey, I found some. I got them. They were $1 a piece. That's actually like not bad. They look like this. They're pretty. She had exactly 6 of them. And then I got this pretty little finial. I need a finial for the top of a lamp at the house because it keeps wobbling on me. I thought it was kind of pretty. $3. I spent $9. Now, I would like to get away from scary train tracks. It's just a very strange location. She said that they started moving in October. I'm pretty sure I went in there after October, but I probably just didn't notice that they were starting to move because they had like, I'm not kidding you, loads of stuff. Where's the train? See what I mean? I don't... Is it above me? Okay, got to a familiar area at least. Let's go see what we can find in HomeGoods. It's crazy because like I hadn't been to a HomeGoods in forever. I had just been, you know, thrifting and salvaging so much. What is going on with my hair? Like I look like I have a weird hair happening. I just been thrifting and salvaging so much, and then I was like, I need pillows, and now I want to go to HomeGoods all the time. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this big bowl underneath. It's a $200 bowl, but look, it's got like iron on it. All this stuff is covering. That is so neat. For like outside, these vases, I've seen, this place is packed, by the way. Look how pretty these vases are. Kind of neat. How much are they? $29. Pretty these candles are. Love the shape. Pineapple, vanilla, and sun-washed citrus. Oh, I want to smell that.
TJX Rewards credit card when you check out today.
They have more. I just see one so far. Look how cool these lamps are. They're like rated, and then with a wooden base. Those are so cool. They're only $34.99. I'm kind of very into these. I think I need these to try them somewhere. Okay, my mom wanted me to look for lamps. She's looking for more squared lamps, like square shades, very angular, she needs to replace 2 that got damaged. God, look at these. It's sale. They kind of yellow though, kind of. Those are awesome though. Ooh, look at that one. Guys, they've got some cool lamps. Like, look at this. Stone. It has a little bit of pink in it, but like painting it a little bit would be really pretty. Dead. Look how pretty these are. Oh my god. Tell me I don't need this. Tell me I don't need this teapot. $12. It's adorable. Look at this guy. I'm like, tell me I don't need this. He's $4.99. He's the cutest stinking thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, did I mention it was 82 degrees today? It feels like summer. I'm wearing a sweater, but it's going to be 50 tomorrow. The weather is a little all over the place. The line for checking out was absolutely insane. That place is so packed, you would not be able to put one more thing in that place. But they're trying. They really are. They have like things won't fit on shelves, so there's just like carts. I started abandoning my shopping cart just to like walk around without it because I just couldn't maneuver it anymore. Like, oh my gosh, I mean, like, it's great, there's a lot to pick from, but holy cow. Okay, does anybody know what a tostone is? It might not be tostone. It might be tostones because everything's written in Spanish. Are they plantains? Bananas! They're plantains. They're bananas. They are scrumptious. I love them. Okay. I have barely seen my mom because I've been sick. And I've just seen her through the glass at her house and just to say hi from afar. And I've been here for a week. So we're going to see Mom. I bought her a present too. I bought her a pretty little bunny pillow for her craft room. And I got her something else that she actually wanted that I sent her a picture of. This is a season when my mom thrives because it's Easter and my mom loves bunny things. So, you know, she's crazy, but that place was packed. That is insane. We're on our way home. I'm gonna eat, drink water and eat tostones. We have made it to Mama's house, my parents' house. She's been working in the yard all day. If I film her, she will kill me. So you won't see her. You can hear her. She will murder me. She says she's somewhere in the backyard. It's like the warmest day today, so they were trying to do some yard work. And then it's gonna get cold again for a week. Hello? She can't hear me. Hello? She can't hear me. Hello? Mom! Boo! Oh my god. Oh, hi! I got you a prize.
You do?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
You excited?
Okay. No! Where did you... Oh, look! Oh. It's got little pom-poms on it. Where did you...
HomeGoods! Isn't it the cutest thing you've ever seen?
So me.
Is that not cute?
I love it. Thank you.
It looked like it should go in your hobby room.
Oh, yes.
It's like Frenchie.
Oh my gosh, I love the back too.
It's so cute. Happy Easter.
I love that.
You would like all of the stuff that's in that store because it's all bunnies.
So we're going tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Going.
There's so much stuff. I could not move. I eventually abandoned my cart because I didn't want to try and move around the stuff anymore. Like I would just bring stuff back to my cart. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. You remember how I told you that it was like 82 degrees yesterday? It's 40 today. It is. So, I mean, just the temperature change in general is drastic. The temperature dropped overnight. It was so windy. It was raining at like 2 a.m., raining and windy. It woke up. Kinsley was barking and howling. It was a whole thing. So it's much colder today. So it's been harder to want to get outside and do anything outside. But regardless, I have to renovate, you know, between like, we don't have time for being sick. We don't have time for any of weather weirdness. We're going to find things that we can do no matter what the weather is. So this morning I tackled all the other little things that I needed to do to prep to seal these floors. So I'm ready to sand and I'm ready to seal. And if I can get those two accomplished, you guys will probably have already seen this in the last Sunday's renovation video, but I'm gonna start the project today. I don't really know what this renovation video is gonna become. It's kind of like we're in this like weird kind of middle ground. There are a lot of projects to still do, but they're all pertaining to rooms that I've like showed. There's just a lot of things. When you renovate a house, there's a lot. It's just a lot, and it's hard to package those into nice, neat videos sometimes. So you're kind of seeing the behind the scenes of like the content creation portion of trying to do a renovation. And I would love to wake up and do whatever I wanted that day, but it also has to make sense and be somewhat enjoyable for everyone to watch. It's layered. There are layered. Kinsley's freaking out. It's layered. You know, my job's layered. So I don't know what this renovation video that would have come out this past Sunday will be yet. But you'll know. You would have seen it by now. You're seeing the future. Right now I'm thinking about food and how I'm not gonna have access to the kitchen for very much longer. I'm also hungry, it's almost lunchtime. So I'm going to make a HelloFresh. That's a mouthful. Presto pesto panko chicken with roasted potatoes and green beans. A big thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. You guys know I love HelloFresh. Romeo and I always have them in the fridge. It's so easy. We can pull them out. We always have meals ready to go, and we always try something different. So it really gets us out of a recipe rut. Even though Romeo's not here anymore and it's just me, this is great because I'm not only gonna have one meal for me right now, I'm gonna have 2 meals. So I'm gonna be able to heat it up tomorrow. I'm gonna be able to walk on the floor tomorrow. So if I'm full now and I go eat with my parents tonight, I can have a lunch tomorrow. I'm just trying to think. I'm not gonna be able to get in here, you guys. So I'm gonna need water and I'm gonna need things. Kinsley's food. I have to think about those things before I start to seal in here. Everything from HelloFresh comes in these packages. It's exactly what you need in here. So you don't have the extra waste from ingredients that you don't use that go bad in their fridge or in your pantry. HelloFresh also has super easy to follow recipe cards. So if you're not a chef or a cook or any kind, mom, you didn't teach me how to cook, but I can DIY some things, you know, I can do it yourself. So I can follow a recipe really, really well. So I surprise myself by the meals I can cook with HelloFresh. They have over 40 recipes to pick from every week, but you can also further customize them with their Hello Custom. So if you see a recipe that you really like, you can swap the protein or add protein if you like. So if you don't eat beef or pork like me, you can swap it for chicken or turkey or a seafood option. When we're home in LA, we have a habit of ordering takeout, specifically through delivery services, and it costs a lot. So with HelloFresh, we can cut out expensive takeout and delivery fees. We can skip the extra trip to the grocery store because the grocery store here in Texas is not close by. We've loved HelloFresh for years, and if you have not tried it yet, you totally should. You can go to HelloFresh.com and use code MaCenna65 for 65% off plus free shipping. You know, we've been getting by with this toaster, oven, fryer, all-in-one thing, but she's a little bit small, and we do need to get our oven installed. I know. I don't know why it's so hard. Anyways, while that cooks, because I'm having to do it in 2 stages, which is totally okay. While that cooks, I'm gonna give you a haul of the things that I got yesterday from HomeGoods. I got some good stuff, I feel like. First thing I got was 2 of these lamps. Look at these, you guys. How pretty are these? They're reeded glass. They have like a natural wooden bottom, and the bulb sits down there. $34.99. And I don't know what about them called to me. I feel like I need them somewhere. You know, like this makes like a great bookshelf light, or I'm seeing them on like a small side table of some, I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe I'll take them to LA. I couldn't pass them up. I love them. I think we should turn one on and actually see what it looks like. But so I got 2 of them. What I went there for were the pillows that I got in LA. Now they only had 1 of the ones that I put on the couch. They're super comfy. They have like a natural kind of texture. They have like the grayish color, like the green undertones and the warm gray that I want to kind of layer. Then I remembered that I went searching for those pillows around LA at different like HomeGoods, and I was scared I wasn't gonna find the ones for the bed, so I actually bought an extra one of these. So if these look good here, I'm gonna bring that extra one from LA here, and we'll have 2 here. As I was looking at the pillows, how this store had them organized is the pillows were up top, and then along the bottom was a bar with all of the blankets. This HomeGoods had tons of stuff. And they had this blanket that kind of looked the same kind of texture. You know, that kind of crepey texture with a little bit of stitching on it. And this one had tassels at the bottom. And I'm hoping it's long enough. I really like to layer blankets at the end of beds and just to add texture. I'm hoping that the length of it is long enough because I always have king beds, which, you know, adds to the width of things so it doesn't give me that full, you know, falling off the edge look. But I'm hoping that this one will, or we always need more blankets. We only have 1 throw blanket here. Romeo and I kind of fight over it. It's like, I was gonna get to throw, and then we're like together underneath the throw blanket. So I felt like I just needed it. This one was $29.99. I always like to look at their candles when I was there, and this one, so pretty. My mom said it looked too modern for my house, but it's just a candle. I feel like, you know, we go through them and then I use the containers for like other things. So I like to find them in pretty containers. This one was $14.99 for a, how many ounces is this? 23 ounce candle, which is definitely cheaper than you can buy elsewhere. It's made with essential oils. This one is pineapple and vanilla. Summertime on the beach with a pineapple drink. Sun-washed citrus, more like orange, mint julep. It was $7.99, so you can kind of see the difference. You guys are gonna say that I did not need this, and that's okay. You bought it anyways. Why is this so cute? Look at the print on it. All the roses and the jewel tone colors. It just gave me cottage. It gave me tea parties in spring. It made me smile. And I feel like I would have left and regretted it. And if things make you smile, you should have them. I strongly believe that. I'm not hurting anybody by spending $12.99 on a teapot that I don't really need, but I want. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of life. $12.99. It's so cute. Got my mom those two things, that bunny canister and a pretty little bunny pillow. She was very happy. It just totally looked like her. She needed it. I also got this microfiber headband. Ever since I cut my curtain bangs, they've been following my face. Do I wish it wasn't pink? Yes, but I looked at all the colors. This was in the aisle. You know, when you check out, it was like there. I was like, oh, they get me every time. And finally, I got two of these lamps. Now, okay, they were on clearance. These were, compare at $150 to start off with. Then at HomeGoods, they were marked $79.99. And then they were on clearance for $55. $55 for a lamp, I'm thinking by a bed, you know, somewhere like that, is not bad. The reason I think that it may have still been there or on clearance or something is the coloring is off. You see the color of the base with the shade? It's a little weird. So hear me out. I sometimes like to look past the color of something and just look at its shape, because colors can be changed. Like if it's got good texture, and it had great texture, look at this. It's got like ribs. I'm very into that ribbed look for this house. And it's ceramic. And it also has like silver kind of hardware. You see all of this is silver. All of that can be changed. If you have a good base and a good shape, we could do just about anything to the color. I felt like when we get back to the bedrooms, especially the primary bedroom that we're gonna be working on soon, I'm gonna let the room speak to whatever this is supposed to be. Like whatever color we're supposed to do. In my head, I'm seeing them like dark. Like imagine this like a deep, deep, deep green color. Black even, you know, and the shade was great. Look at the shape of the shade. And I showed them to my mom and she was like, yeah, those are good lamps. And she just sent me a picture of Studio McGee, and in the picture are lamps shaped just like this, but they, instead of ridges like this or ribs, they have little like kind of like beads all around it. Same idea, same shape, on clearance. If you have a HomeGoods, they might have these here. Go stop by and look, because I feel like there's so many possibilities. The only other things that I got were those knobs. Let me show you. I want to test this out, so I brought it over here. We're going to the flea market, so I'm gonna look again. I think I mentioned that, but I just thought, like, for a dollar a piece, I was like, I might as well do it. They were pretty, but they're not just metal. They're not heavy. They don't feel like brass. They are metal though. Like, that's pretty. And they're actually a lot kind of brassier. I may try and use some Brasso on them and see if they kind of gold up, because I need to know if the scale is okay, if it's something that's gonna work. Like they would be kind of like right there, or would they be here? I can't tell. I don't know where they're gonna go. I need to look at some pictures, but do these look, I mean, they look good. The only other thing that I could do is get some like longer ones. Oh, shoot, Kinsley, sorry. No, don't take it. So comment down below what you think about these. For $1, I was like, let me just get them, because I feel like there's 1,000,001 projects that we could use these for. So there'd be 3 of them, 2 here and then 1 here. And then I also got this finial. Look how pretty. I don't know if it exactly goes with this lamp. I have 2 lamps actually that need finials. One is this one. Look, no finial. That just aggravated me. So when I saw it there, I was like, oh, I need a finial. This may work for something else. I don't think it exactly goes with the lamp. Finial. I mean, it's better than nothing that doesn't move. Oh, oh, I love it. I love it. I got one more thing I forgot about. I got a 12-piece mixing bowl set. I've been using that white bowl that's actually for our mixer. I mean, you can mix in it. But we don't have anything to like mix things in. Color, when I looked at it, I was like, that looks like pashmina. The color that we painted the cabinets. Look, it's not, it's really close. Look at this. Like, really close. Yeah, like, this is so handy. Oh, they're all different colors. Wait, do they fade? They do. I didn't know. Okay, this looks really good, and I know I struggled to make it, but my KitchenAid does, my little cooker just does just fine. I've been getting HelloFresh for so long that I've tried a lot of different recipes from them, but this one is new. I've never tried this one before. Pesto panko. This is really good. If you guys haven't tried out HelloFresh, use my code MaCenna65 at HelloFresh.com for 65% off and free shipping. Try them out. Pick your recipes, look through them. Yummy. I'm gonna eat this. We're gonna get started. I'm not gonna film it for the vlog. You guys will have already seen it in the renovation video, but I have a lot to do. And just kind of like trying to figure out what this renovation video is going to be. I'm gonna spend that today. Mom and I are gonna have fun at the flea market soon, and maybe I need to find some more stuff. I'm gonna think about all of those things today, so I'll catch up with you later.